Good morning, everybody. It's probably still early for a few, but I am getting ready to make me a smoothie. Really a protein shake. I just left the gym, had a wonderful workout, and I've really gotten into the habit of making my own protein shakes. So I know a lot of times it's kind of easy and simple to just run to the store, get those pre-made protein shakes. But I've kind of started making my own protein shakes. Let's see, probably earlier this year, maybe late last year, really getting into the habit of it. And I really enjoy it because you can mix your own flavors, right? Like you're not just tied to whatever protein shake is at the store and whatever chemicals they decide to put in it, but we won't get into that. Yeah, so I'm just gonna make my own protein shake with whatever I have at home. And I am an advocate of clean protein, which is non-dairy and it's coming from plants. What I have learned when making a protein shake is that you gotta have pretty much staple things in your house. So flaxseed, ground flaxseed. This is one of the things that maybe a lot of people aren't aware of. So if you are on your health journey and you're trying to find things that are more nutritious, because I know when I first started my health journey a couple years ago and just making sure I was more mindful, I didn't really know about half of the things, or probably 75% of the things that I eat now. I had no idea. Had never heard of it, or maybe I did, but I'm just like, what is it? What do you do with it? How do you know? So it really comes with practice. So I strongly encourage getting things, keeping it in your house, and just mixing and matching until you find the flavor that's right for you. But one of those staple things, just like, if you're still a meat eater, which I'll get to that in one of my workshops that I have coming soon. But if you're still a meat eater, just like you would keep, chicken or beef or something like that, or fish, in your freezer, you keep protein around. This is kind of the same idea, keeping fiber and keeping protein, flaxseed. So I keep this in rotation. If I'm getting low, it's on the grocery list, flaxseed. So this is a very nice clean protein and fiber to add to pretty much anything. So I'm just going with what I have in the freezer, which I think I still have some fruit left. So I usually will just buy fresh fruit and chop it up and freeze it. That's what I normally do. But I had some company in town. My cousins were in town, and they also make smoothies, but they are firm believers at buying the fruit already in the freezer, which is fine too. So I still have some of that left over from when I have visitors. So that's what we're using today. So this is an island fruit blend: strawberries, pineapple chunks, mango chunks, and papaya. So I'm gonna put that. I kind of like the fruity, it's like the smoothies, but you add protein to it. That's kind of what I'm doing. So I'm gonna use that, and I have some blueberries left. I always try to add green where I can. So I keep, I was going on a trip recently, and I had some kale left over. So whenever I have some vegetables or something, I don't want it to spoil, I can't take it with me, freezer, because I know that I can use that. I can make a soup with it if it's frozen. I can add it to a smoothie just to kind of add some greens to it. So this is just a fresh bag of kale that I have that I froze it. So everything is just about frozen, so we're good. What else? I got some peanut butter. A little bit of peanut butter. So I'm going to add that. Again, another protein, peanut butter, that we don't have to eat meat to get our protein. So I'm a big advocate for that. Meat just does so many things to your body and to your blood that I just learned, and people just don't know, and the people need to know. So find your protein in other ways when you can. If you are still eating meat, Just try to scale back on it. Try to find some vegetables. Try to find some fruit. Try to find something else where you can get your protein from that's not from an animal, because you're gonna feel better. My base. So I have been trying banana milk. Anybody heard of banana milk? So organic banana milk, which also has a little bit of protein in it and calcium. We don't need cow's milk. Hello, somebody. We dairy free over here. So this has a high amount of calcium, copper, vitamin B, vitamin E, vitamin C, potassium. We know because it's from bananas, and some iron. Great source here, banana milk, and it's not a really strong banana flavor, at least not this brand. So I do like bananas, but it's a very mild flavor. So this is pretty much will be the base of my protein shake that I'm gonna make. I got me a cracked open my Bullet Health blender, so I'm gonna do that. So, and I always put some water in too, so I kind of do like maybe 75% of whatever milk. I use oat milk too, so oat milk gives you a good amount of fiber, and I think it also has protein in it. But I'll probably do about 75% banana milk and then 25% water, and mix everything in. So again, I'm just making a homemade protein shake. Fruit, I like the fruity flavor, so it's kind of a protein smoothie, if you will. So putting that, it's mostly gone. Okay, what was I gonna say? Kale. So again, I always find some kind of way to add my greens in, and for me, kale does not have a strong flavor, so this is just all nutrition that I'm striving to give myself. Okay, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna blend this down with the fruit and the kale, and then I'm gonna add my flax seed. I just bought a bag of chia seeds, which I haven't tried yet. I haven't tried these yet, so, but I got a big bag. I heard that chia seeds are also, you know, just as good as flax seeds, if not better. So I'll probably try these in the next protein smoothie that I make. So what I'm gonna do, I got my fruit in there. I got my splash of greens. So I'm gonna pour in my banana milk, which again is loaded with calcium, protein, and all the beautiful things. I'm gonna put a little bit of water as well. And then after I grind this up, then I'll add my protein. My flax seeds, which again I have the grounded flax seeds, and then I'll add some peanut butter. Oh, that's what I was saying. I remember the first time I tried a smoothie somewhere at like a nutrition store, and it was like a strawberry and peanut butter, and I was like, peanut butter with a smoothie? And they were like, yeah. I'm like, okay. So I tried it, and it was pretty good. I mean, and if you think about it, like, a lot of us, again, if you don't have an allergy, we grew up on peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, so it pretty much gives that same kind of taste to it. So hopefully I got enough liquid in there. So let's see. And don't. Okay, so we're going to put a little bit more liquid. And this would normally take me, because I know time is of the essence. We are busy in 2025. But once you get in the groove of it, it takes you little of nothing to make these. And I always tell people, you are worth it. You are worth the extra time that it takes to give your body and your organs something that is nutritious and delicious, instead of just pulling up to a place where it's already done, you know, or a place where sometimes we don't know all of these extra chemicals and things that are put into what we're eating and what damage it's doing. So if you can tailor it, you know, and make it yourself. We can make it ourselves. Okay, so I'm gonna stop that. It is looking wonderfully smooth. And now I'm just going to, and normally I would add it all at the same time, but because I kind of filled it up by dumping the rest of that fruit in, I didn't have a lot of room at the top. So yeah, so now I'm gonna add in my protein, which I'm eyeballing it. This here, it says, you know, 1 serving is 8 grams of protein. So again, if you don't have any allergies to peanut butter, great source of protein right here. And I'm adding a few with the, you know, again, eyeballing, because that's how my grandma told me to measure, but it's okay. So that's about probably 2 tablespoons. Let's go for a little bit more, because this is a large cup. All right, so I added my protein. So I got probably about a good 10 grams there. And I'm gonna add my flax seeds. So this says a good source of fiber and protein. Where's the protein? Okay, so 4 grams for 2 tablespoons. All right, so again, eyeballing, and this is, it thickens it too, so it makes it really smooth. But you can play around with making your own smoothies. Literally just keep some ingredients. If I wanted to, I can throw an avocado in there. I got bananas, you know, I have papaya, I got a pineapple back there. So really the sky is the limit, depending on what flavor you want. So I have, again, really enjoyed just making my own, because I'm not bored with the flavor and I can control what goes in it, and I'm not worried about, you know, if there's other chemicals and things that are in it, which we need to start worrying about, y'all. We got to start worrying about and being selective about what we put in our mouths to give to our body, because what you put in your mouth is what you're feeding your organs at the end of the day. So when somebody's coming at me with some manufactured shelf, I'm not eating it. I'm not feeding that to my heart. I'm not feeding that to my brain. No, thank you. You know, you can think I'm bougie all you want to, and am, because I care about my body and what I'm putting into it, and being more mindful. Again, you don't know what you don't know, but once you go after it and you do know, small steps, really small steps. Like I said, I started these kind of the end of last year. When I first started doing them, making my own smoothies, I didn't know what I was doing, but after about the 3rd or 4th run, everything started to make more sense. And now, you know, again, it wouldn't take me this long, but I'm talking and I'm doing things. So let's do it. Oh, and then the sweeteners, I didn't put any sweeteners because I know, like, the mango and the pineapple is already a little sweet, and I'm being mindful of my sugar intake. But when I first started, I was pretty much adding honey to my smoothies, and not so much where, you know, you taste the honey and it's really sweet, because we don't want to overpower the nutrition that we're getting by putting, you know, a crazy amount of sweetener in it. Because even though honey is better for you than, you know, your table sugar, your white sugar, it's still sugar at the end of the day and a sweetener. So but honey is a great substitute for using white sugar. And then also, I don't have any more, but agave syrup. Agave syrup is just that raw sweetener from the plant, so it's bringing you health benefits. But again, it's still a sweetener, so you want to watch how much you put in it, but it's sweetener with nutritional value. When you're adding this white table sugar to things, you're not getting any nutritional value with that. So you want to, if you need a sweetener at first as you transition, then, you know, you want to at least use something that has nutritional value. Oh, this is going to be a little thick. Thick. Okay, so I'm going to put, oh, look at that. the color because I got all kind of stuff going in, right? So it may not be the prettiest, but I am a firm believer. It's not about how it looks. That's how we got into this situation in the first place. Everything is brightened and whitened, and we don't need all that. It's not about brightness and whiteness. It's about nutritional value. All right, so that should be good. So I'm gonna give her a little taste. Give her a little taste. Nice and smooth. Okay. And if you don't like it cold, again, I use mostly frozen things, so it's gonna already be cold and thick. You can just make you a smoothie and mix up stuff at room temperature. You know, just chop you up a banana or chop you up whatever you have at room temperature. It doesn't have to be cold. Yep. I'm satisfied because I know I have my fruit in there. I know I have my fiber in there. I know I have my protein in there. I'm about to chunk this thing, chug this thing down, and be on my way. So again, just sharing. I came in from the gym, and I'm like, let's make a smoothie. So find your protein where you can, and not just from an animal. All right? Peace, y'all.